SA Water and Adelaide Aqua, the company building the desal plant, have dropped their respective legal actions. The plant was supposed to be delivering first water by December 2010, and it said Adelaide Aqua was paid $46 million in incentives to reach it. That didn't happen, and claim and counterclaim were launched. I spoke with SA Water Chief John Ringham earlier and asked the total amount of incentives paid to the company.
Well, Adelaide Aqua have not been paid any incentives. As a result of this settlement, we will pay Adelaide Aqua the contract price for the desalination plant.
Do they still get their $46 million extra for having first water delivered by December 2010, which didn't happen?
There was never $46 million extra for delivering first water. The $46 million were around various initiatives to improve site safety and to address other issues which were not observed or taken into account in the original tender.
So what were you trying to claw back then?
Under the contract, there are various clauses which allow recovery of money if certain milestones are not met.
So Adelaide Aqua, in your view, has not been paid any incentive money?
In my view, they have not been paid any incentive. The result of this settlement is that we haven't withheld money from not meeting milestones, in return for which they have taken off the table some significant claims for additional costs, so that we have managed to negotiate a settlement that delivers the desalination plant on time and within the approved budget.
But they're still getting extra?
They're getting no extra. They are getting the amount of money that they tendered back at the start of the project, which is the tendered amount, no incentives and no extra payments.
One wonders then why you were going to go to court. If it's all as expected, they're not getting any extra, there are no incentive payments for things that they didn't meet, and they did not meet the first water deadline in December 2010. Why were you all going to court?
It's a large commercial undertaking, a large commercial project, for which there were a number of differences of opinion, which if we hadn't managed to get to an agreed settlement would have ended up in court. The benefit of this settlement is that we will not go to court, not run the risk of additional costs, and not run the risk of paying significant legal costs.
But we actually haven't saved any money on the contract.
We have paid what we were bid for the contract to have delivered to us what we expected to have.
The Liberals say that all up Adelaide Aqua will be paid around $100 million in extra incentives. Is that correct?
That's not correct. They will be paid their contracted sum, which was bid to us over 2.5 years ago.
And what is that sum?
The value is around $1.28 billion.
Not 1.8 billion? They're not getting 1.8 billion?
$1.8 billion included the cost of the transfer pipeline from the desalination plant to Happy Valley. That was paid for under a separate contract, not to Adelaide Aqua. So when we quote 1.8 billion, that's for the entire scheme. The desalination plant is 1.23 billion or thereabouts.
Did you get legal advice which told you your case was not as strong as you thought it was? Because obviously you would not have launched this if you didn't think you were going to get some money back. Why did you blink?
No, we had a lot of legal advice and we took that into account. What we had also, of course, was on the table a number of counterclaims from Adelaide Aqua.
But why did you blink? If you were so sure of your position, why did you settle?
We didn't blink. What we did was negotiate an overall settlement to take off the table significant additional claims from Adelaide Aqua.
You didn't go to court?
We didn't go to court because it's better to come to a negotiated settlement to avoid the costs of lengthy legal action, which could have taken years to resolve, tied up valuable resources and cost a lot extra money.
Taxpayers would be looking at this and thinking, there was money to be saved here, perhaps, and I have a large water bill, a bill which increased by a number of percentage points, 26% just in the most recent round. They'd be angry about that, I would have thought.
I can understand that our customers are unhappy about the increasing water prices. The increasing water prices are to pay for the water security that the desalination plant will provide.
What about giving Adelaide Aqua money it doesn't deserve? Not for that?
We haven't given Adelaide Aqua money that they don't deserve. We have come to a commercial settlement which takes off the table potential claims that for money that they may have been entitled to for work that they've done which was not in the original specification.
Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.